Hey, what's up, guys? This is James, the Texas Mortgage Boss, and today I wanted to talk to you guys, give you a quick little update on FHA school loan requirements and how we as a lender handle those school loans. So, big game-changing news came down from FHA a week ago. All right. So let me tell you what used to happen with school loans as it relates to FHA, and now what the change has been. So the short Cliff Note version of school loans and what used to happen, okay? If you had school loans and they were deferred, okay, because this is a lot of people that were in this situation where they had deferred school loans because of COVID, because they just deferred them, because they didn't want to pay them, all right? Just putting it off. School loans don't go away, by the way, all right? So it doesn't matter how long you put it off. Doesn't matter if you file bankruptcy. And I'm going off on a tangent, but it's okay. They don't go away. All right. So getting back to school loans. Previous to a week ago, school loans on an FHA loan, if you were deferred, we had to take 1%. All right. 1%. Or if you had a payment plan in place already for your school loans, we had to take whichever was higher, which most of the time it's going to be 1%. So what do I mean by that? If you had a payment plan in place, or excuse me, let me back that up. If your school loans are deferred, you went and put a payment plan in place and your payment plan was $250, but 1% of your school loans is actually $500. Well, us as a lender, we have to take worst case scenario. Okay, so we will be taking that $500 versus what your payment plan was. All right, so it's worst case scenario. That is changed. All right. This is a big game changer. Like it really is, because now what FHA is allowing us to do as a lender, we now can take 0.5%. All right. So no longer 1% if your loans are deferred, or if you have a payment plan in place, we can then use the payment plan that you have in place now. All right. And it's not whichever is higher. All right. If you have a payment plan, if it's $2, if that's your payment plan, and 0.5%, so us taking 0.5% is $300. Well, guess what? There's no more worst case scenario anymore. We can now take the payment plan that you have in place. That changes qualifications for a ton of people. So this is really exciting news for us on the mortgage side, and it should be for anybody on the real estate side as well, because this opens up a lot more possibilities for people to qualify. So I'm going to summarize this again, okay, because I want to make sure I get my point across as to how big of a deal this is, how important it is for people. Yes, the market's challenging, but we have now opened up way more possibilities for people with this new FHA rule as it relates to school loans. So now, if your school loans are deferred, we no longer have to take 1%. We can take 0.5%. All right. So that alone is a game changer, quite honestly. All right. That can take you from qualifying with a 0.5%. Whereas, 2 weeks ago, if we're taking 1%, you may not have qualified for a loan. All right. So that one thing alone is a game changer for a lot of people. The other benefit of this new rule is that, again, if you have a payment plan in place, a payment plan already in place, or you go get a payment plan, we can now take your payment plan amount and use that number in the calculation of your debt to income ratio without us having to take the 0.5% now. It's not a whichever is higher as it used to be. All right. It is essentially, if you got the payment plan, we're going to use that number. No matter what it is, that's what we're going to go with. And that can take you from qualifying for more money, if that's what you're looking for. It can take someone who would not have qualified had we done 0.5%. Now, maybe somebody can qualify because their payment plan is much lower than us taking 0.5%. So wanted to share that with you guys. It's really straightforward. If you're confused at all about this, please reach out to me. I would love to explain a little bit more in detail, but this is a big deal. All right, we're going to now open up a big opportunity for a lot of people that otherwise would not be qualifying. School loans are one of those things that disqualify people quite often, quite honestly. It really does. So if you've got questions about this, reach out to me and I'll catch you guys on the next video.